Hey everyone, welcome back to the M&R show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Malcolm.
And you see we got our PR specialist, Money Mont, back in the building.
Money Mont.
What's going on, fellas?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Crazy weekend, though. Crazy weekend, I would say.
Hey man, this might be a very good weekend. I enjoyed this weekend a lot. I really did.
I'm not too happy about how this weekend ended, specifically on the AFC Championship side. So,
you talking about the Cincinnati Bengals and what they have done? Matter of fact, that could be the first topic of the day. Matter of fact, that's what we could talk about, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I know y'all saw me and Malc on the live, so I know Malc got a lot to say. So, Malc, what do you think is the biggest surprise of Conference Championship weekend?
I really didn't think this would be the biggest surprise because at the end of the day, I had a feeling with the swagger and the confidence that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase bring to this team. I think that was really the surprise of the day for everybody else, not including me. Because if you think about this, number one, let's just look what Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow went through. Number one, taking Cincinnati to the playoffs first year. First full year for Joe Burrow, first year for Jamar Chase, right? We ain't seen that in a long time. Now they get to the playoffs, right? They are searching for their first win in a long time, and they was able to get that against the Raiders. Boom, go ahead and go on the road against the Tennessee Titans, who had Derrick Henry back. And you had a Ryan Tannehill, you had A.J. Brown, you had all these guys, and they came and won. Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times. Then you go to the Chiefs' Kingdom. And they were down by 18 at the half and came all the way back and won. The surprise is the fact that Joe Burrow has came with that swagger. We need to start calling him playoff Joe, because at the end of the day, Joe Burrow in the playoffs has been Super Bowl Joe or something. Joe Burrow in the playoffs or in the postseason really just goes off. It reminds me of Joe Flacco back in the day. Joe Flacco had that good years, but we're not trying to compare him to that. We're just comparing as far as postseason success. But I really appreciate what this team has done. Number one, that I've said and on the live was talked about the adjustments that they had, on defense at the half. As we can see that at first they was doing a lot of, blanket coverages, letting Pat Mahomes do what he has to do, pick apart the whole defense. But this time they started doing little different coverages, started moving the coverages a lot, doing a lot, some blitzes, some not. They was just confusing Pat Mahomes, which you need to do to at least get Pat Mahomes thinking for a little bit so you can be able to get to him. I think that the Cincinnati Bengals did a very good job. We talked about how Cincinnati needs to be able to lead that offensive line, needs to at least hold Joe Burrow. That's a big surprise too. That offensive line, Joe Burrow only had 2 sacks. That offensive line did a very good job last night, and we need to give props where props is due.
Mont?
I'm gonna say the biggest surprise came from that game, but it wasn't Cincinnati. It was a surprise he came back, but it was the fact that Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid fumbled this game away. Yeah. Clearly. And it's not just what happened at the end of the game. You going in the half, you don't put any points on the board. You're in goal line. You don't get a field goal, you don't get a touchdown. So you could have been up more than 18 at half. Then you go into the end of the game and you have more red zone struggles. Patrick Mahomes trying to run the clock out, put the ball in the end zone. Yes, Joe Burrow is dangerous, but he's not you. You guys can make a defensive stand. And the most surprising thing about it is we talked about how will the defense hold up. You got Pat Mahomes who's going to do what he do regardless. He didn't do what he's supposed to do this game. And you can't put anything on Kelsey, can't really put it on Hill. Those guys came on the ball. The defense did what they could. You held them to 3 in the first half. Just to come back in the second half and only put up 3. Come on. Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, this is just one of the biggest blunders. I always say it's going to be a step on the Chiefs' path to their legacy, but I don't know. We got to start looking at them a different way, and that's just my biggest surprise this weekend.
Yeah, Ma, I definitely agree. That's definitely one of the biggest surprises, you too, Malc, as well. But my biggest surprise has to come from the 49ers QB. I mean, the flag that we got on the page, you would thought that was Montana. Now, so I said, nah, the way Jeff Garcia came out and attacked all the ESPN reporters, oh, Jimmy G's about to go for 400. Let's try less than 3. Like, let's try less than 3. Let's try you have the ball on the last drive and you get -6 yards and an interception. And on the first play, the ball was batted down by a D-lineman. On the last possession of the game, you don't get 1 first down on the whole last drive. I was surprised because I just knew he was going to do better than this. You have everyone coming to back him, all 49ers fans, old quarterbacks, old receivers, and then this is the performance you put out. And this is going to be his last game as a 49ers quarterback. So if this to be your last game before getting traded, this did not help Jimmy G's trade value at all. I was literally surprised. I say it's no way he goes and plays this bad. And y'all are on a 6-game win streak against the other team. And I think 1 or 2 of those games, Jimmy G didn't even play. So it's like, I don't know. It was just, that really surprised me. I thought Jimmy G was going to at least give me a B effort that game. The way that final 2-3 drives looked, and then going back to the Green Bay game where even though they won the game for scoring 13 points, it's just like there has to be more. And we all know in that game, the offensive touchdown was from the special teams unit. So it's just like, Jimmy G, you gotta be able to do more. And I mean, we see a Steelers fan there. I mean, he might be looking at his Big Ben replacement. So I just wanted to wish him good luck from co-host to guest. I want to wish you good luck.
Hey, he was telling me, he was texting me. Oh, no, because he was texting me on the phone and talking about he like Jimmy G, he like Jimmy G this, Jimmy G that. So, Jimmy G, how much you have to pay for him is going down now. You might give him like a 3rd or 4th round pick, and you got Jimmy G on your hands. So
Jimmy G definitely didn't help himself.
Jimmy G is a guy. He knows how to manage the game. He knows how to win. I mean, yes, he lost this game, but he went to the NFC Championship twice. So I think that as much as we can try to criticize Jimmy G is going to be Jimmy G. He's going to find a way to win. How many times people criticize him over and over again? And he's been winning ever since he's been a starting quarterback for either team. It can be the 49ers or it can be the Patriots. He has won.
So, most of it. Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
It could be a good opportunity for y'all. But, I mean, at the end of the day, yes, Jimmy G did not do a good job. And they was up by 10. And I think that one thing was, what San Francisco 49ers was doing, it was keeping that run game going, which the Rams were stopping. The Rams were stopping. And to be honest, the Rams gave the 49ers this game, to be honest. Three timeouts by the 3rd quarter being all done. Like, Sean McVay called 3 timeouts. Like, are you kidding me? Not even 3 timeouts. He did a challenge that didn't really need to be challenged, and he called that, which took away his last timeout. Like, some of the things that happened, it's crazy for you to lose that game, but here we are.
Yeah, I'm scared only for Jimmy G too, because I mean, you can't get it done with Josh McDaniels, head coach. You can't get it done with Kyle Shanahan, head coach. I don't know what offensive coordinator is going to be able to get this type of production out of him. You've had 2 of the best. It's only going to go down here from here. I mean, the other teams that are looking at Jimmy G, they don't have these type of coordinators. So good luck. I mean, we see what happened at golf. I mean, I think this might get even worse than that. Depends on where he goes. It can really get worse than that. Like, golf was just as much of a winner as Jimmy G. I like golf's ball even better than Jimmy G. So it really could get worse. It really could. Depends.
Yeah, they both kind of those quarterbacks that you got to keep on a pitch count. I'm good off it.
It's baseball now. Yeah. But also going in with the Malc, you were the Bengals take, right? Yeah. So with the Bengals one, definitely surprised. I'd say no way they were gonna beat the Chiefs this weekend, and so I have to be like, all right, they definitely surprised me on that, because I just thought it was no chance that the Bengals had no chance of winning. When it was even close and it was going to overtime, I still believe the Chiefs were going to win until literally Mahomes was the pick. So, yeah, the Bengals definitely surprised me.
I started believing in the Bengals in the first half, like believing in the Bengals in the fourth quarter. I really, when they came back and they was playing with that type of momentum and everything like that, I said, now you gave them momentum. I think that's That's it. When you give a team like Cincinnati with those type of players momentum, it's gonna be a long afternoon for you. Don't matter who you are.
To me, the Bengals winning wasn't a surprise because they did win in the regular season. And honestly, I thought the momentum of the game changed early in the third quarter when Pat threw that interception in their own territory, and it's just like, come on now, let's not fumble this game. You know what I mean? This is where you guys are supposed to be. You are the cream of the crop of the AFC. Everybody knows that to be in the Super Bowl, you have to go through Chiefs Kingdom, and you guys basically were sitting at the top of the hill looking down and saying, come on, Cincinnati, like, what you gonna do? You can't fumble those games. You can't fumble moments like that. And it's so much more that we're going to see out of Pat, but this is going to be a blemish. And honestly, if Joe Burrow go and get a Super Bowl, you know what I mean, he's going to be right there on the same level with Pat. Of course, he don't have an MVP, but we look at rings. And I just think also Joe Burrow has raised the standard that is for the young QB. Like, you can expect a young guy to come in and win games for you now. And the fact that he's taking them to the Super Bowl in his first full healthy season, it just says a lot without even addressing the line as one of the big serious issues. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I know to move on to our next topic, we got a real good one too. This one, I mean, Malc's boy, or at least Redskins' old GM's boy, Adam Schefter, had a tweet, about Tom Brady retiring. But Tom Brady's father said Tom Brady's not supposed to be retiring. So, Malc, what do you really think is going on?
Hey, man, don't be saying my boy now. Hey, man, I mean, he still be writing some bad reports about us, too, just to say this, career and stuff, which is cool, though. I understand.
Washington.
But at the end of the day, I think that Tom Brady wants to retire on his own terms. Like, why has everybody got to tell him when he needs to retire? You know how Tom Brady is. He wants to have a video, to make this little video going on, this nice little video that he's going to be officially retired. He don't need nobody leaking out stuff telling him that he's going to retire before he makes a decision, which he already made the decision. I think that he's going to retire. I just think that he's just making a video. Tom Brady's going to be Tom Brady the way he wants to retire. I think that he's going to have a video coming out. His social media is going to be perfect. I just have everything. It's going to be nice how he's going to retire. He's going to go on the sunset, might do some crazy stuff. So just let it be. So I think that he really is going to retire. It's just that this media and the social media, they all want to get hip on this retirement stuff. They don't give time for Tom Brady to announce it. So I know he's going to retire.
Mont?
It's just so much going on in the situation, and it's unnecessarily messy in my opinion. I mean, I personally don't think he's going to retire. I don't think the way that the news leaked, I think that's going to light a fire under Tom. Like, we may see a farewell tour like no other, and he deserves it. Who else should go out in a blaze of glory with all eyes on him? It is, honestly, it'll be disheartening that, coming into a season, we did know that he was retiring, because Brady deserves to go out with all eyes on him, and necessarily that's not the way. And I'm not saying he needs to go out and win a Super Bowl again, but it'll be nice to see another season of the GOAT just send him away. And I think another season would be good for him, because he kind of deserves to go into the Hall by himself. And, with Hall of Fame eligibility, 5 years, you kind of don't want to be around any guys that's going to be a certified Hall of Famer. So, he might need to get his own year where he's going to go in by himself. So I think we're going to see another one of Tom, strictly off the fact that he wants competition. He is the ultimate competitor.
I know he's
thinking about his family, but Tom's not going out like this.
I know Mont is not trying to put Ben in this. He want Ben to get the spotlight. Nobody not giving Ben that spotlight.
Who said Ben?
Because if Tom Brady retires, if Tom Brady retires this year, both of them gonna retire at the same time. So who's gonna come in first? You already know who's gonna be first.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I think both of them would be first ballot, regardless.
But
we know who's getting
he
that
wants
prime time last
he
speech
wants
though.
he wants Ben Roethlisberger to be headline, not Tom
No,
Brady,
no,
Tom Brady is an other. He wants Ben Roethlisberger and others to be headline.
No. Tom Brady by himself, the one man, he gets his own 2-hour ceremony, Hall of Fame speech, whatever. This is for him. He should go out.
Yeah.
Hey, let's give it all the time. Give Tom his flowers.
Next year, right?
Next year, give Tom
Oh
his flowers.
my God! I can't.
Next year, give Tom his flowers.
Okay. I'm still surprised that where did Schefter get this report from? Where do y'all even think Schefter even got this? Like, where did he get this? Multiple reports. What are the reports?
Schefter might have got it from somebody. I don't know. He probably got it from somebody, like a family friend. I don't know. You know,
like
people like to leak
the
stuff.
father didn't give it to him. The GM didn't give it to him. The owner didn't give it to him. Tom didn't give it to him. Where we going off? Giselle probably didn't give it to him. I mean, why is she contacting?
I don't know how these insiders guys get their little scoops, but they get their scoops from somebody, maybe a family friend, somebody that they know, somebody.
One thing I think is clear though that we've seen from the news breaking is that a lot of these reporters and writers, they have a lot of stuff in their Twitter drafts, and they just, waiting just to give those tweets out and put out the accolades. I've seen so much prepared content on Brady and his career. It was beautiful. Like everyone was prepared to give him his flowers as soon as the tweet dropped.
Nah, ESPN's graphic was crazy. Like the half New England jersey, half Bucks jersey. He was getting shown crazy love. But it's just like, wow. Like, I just don't understand, Schefter. You can't tweet about Brady and not be accurate. Like, it was other mistakes you could make, but Brady, bro, you got to know. I still think he retires. I mean, I think he was kind of just. He seems like he's leaning retirement. I mean, the guy's 44. He has nothing left to prove, but just to say, I can still do this. But I don't know. It's now I feel like it's like more pressure, like to return now. Like, oh, y'all said I was going like months. Y'all said I was going to retire. I'm gonna do what the heck I want to do. Like, that's just so Brady, bro. So I don't know. I think he'll retire, but like this might have really lit a fire under him on some like Jordan. That meme, like, the Jordan meme, like, oh, you're talking about me type thing.
Took it personally.
Yeah, he took it. I'm taking this personally. Like, that just gives me Brady. Like, I don't know why. So I think
Brady has to worry about his family. I think he said Giselle been really trying to tell him to retire, and his conference really proved that. Yeah, he's looking towards it. He just wants to go out on his own terms. He don't want nobody reporting that for him.
Yeah, saying AB took him out. Now, see, I don't think AB took him out, man. But that's the reports, all the tweets I saw. They say Antonio Brown took Brady out. I said, look, I don't care what AB did. If Brady wanted to retire, he wanted to retire. I don't care. It's no way that's the reason why he retired. I just have to throw that out there now. He could have been an a-hole. But you're not going to let one man make you retire that has no power over you. So I just don't think that's that part.
Yeah, I don't really think AB is the one that probably make him retire. I think he retired on his own terms.
Any final comments?
I'm just so sad that we got one more game left in the NFL season. You guys know after the Super Bowl, it's not much football going on till draft, free agency. Dang. It's gonna be a bummer, man. It's gonna be a bummer. I'm gonna miss coming on here every week with you guys talking. Giving Malc crap about his Washington football team. Who
don't worry, next season you're gonna be seeing Aaron Rodgers and stuff. Don't worry about it.
2 days, baby. We find out that name. What you think it's gonna be?
Commanders.
Oh, you got the inside scoop.
I already got the inside scoop. Commanders. Watch the Commanders. So when you see it,
Commanders.
Do you see the little promoted tweet that they got? And it's like things in the mirror closer than they appear, and it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Yeah, I like that. I like that little nice little marketing tool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it.
It's annoying.
Put Ron up there. They should put Ron up there.
Okay. Hey, shout out to the Washington Football social media team. But on that note, again, if you listen on Apple, Spotify, make sure to subscribe / friend us. And on YouTube, subscribe, comment, and share.
Hey, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram and on Twitter. We have a lot of hot takes. We have a lot of different things that we talk about. Mont over here doing a very good job on the Instagram. So make sure y'all tune in. Have a great one and see y'all.
All right.